Well, guys, this is Mikee. He has been a longtime friend of mine. You might recognize him if you've seen a few vlogs that I did, like in the early days of the channel. Honestly, he's one of the biggest reasons I started this channel. Me and him were talking about it for a long time, and he's also the biggest reason why we're starting this podcast right now. We've been talking about this for a long time, and this is kind of like my excuse to get him in on the channel.
Yeah.
And our wives are best friends, so we have to see each other from time to time, so might as well make something out of it. So.
Might as well make the best of it.
Anyway, we've been friends for a long time, so he's going to be my co-host on this the Search for Awesome podcast. We're trying to think of like a funny story with us too. Did you have one, Mikee, you wanted to maybe share?
So I kept going back and forth, back to when the first time we actually had a real conversation, right? Because we kind of had the same group of friends, and we all kind of hung out together, but we didn't really talk a whole lot. There came a point where we had to run in the car together and we ended up having our first conversation. I was like, that's a great story. That's so cool. We're sitting in the car talking about really dumb stuff. Everybody wants to hear that. Sure. Wait. No. Nobody wants to hear that. They'd probably be better off to hear the story of the time Titus stranded himself in a bathroom with no toilet paper. I feel like with the emotion behind this, it might be better for you to explain a little bit about that story.
Okay, so here's what happened. We were visiting, me and my wife were visiting my good friend Mikee, right across from me right now. Flew all the way there. No, we didn't fly there. What did we do? We drove there. I don't even remember what happened. How did we get there? Anyway, we go to this restaurant, and while we're waiting for food, I'm like, this is a good time to just get away and, I don't want to get too graphic, but to relieve myself. It's probably not a good impression of the podcast because this is kind of going to get gross. But we're going to leave the graphic details out of this. And,
as best as possible.
I'm going to stay high level here. But basically what happened is I went to go relieve myself in the bathroom, and I discovered there was no toilet paper in the stall, and I was just totally stranded. And right before that happened, I remembered that Mikee told me his phone was dying, and that was like an hour ago. He told me his phone was dying, so I was like, I can't contact Mikee. Then I realized I had my wife's phone, and I was like, so I can't contact her, and like I need help. And so I was like, I'll contact Mikee's wife's phone, and literally nobody came to help me. I was in there for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, Mikee. And did you ever get concerned?
So let me tell my side. So he goes to the bathroom. Mind you, I have 3 kids. We're talking, our food comes. It doesn't seem like 30 minutes to me. It seems like it's been like maybe 10. And what actually happened with the phones is my wife, Lauren, her phone died. And my phone still had some battery left. And so I'm waiting for him to message me. And I'm like, I guess nothing's wrong because he's not messaging me. So I just continue on. Like I said, it's been like 10, maybe 15 minutes max in my mind. I wasn't clocking him. From the minute he went to the bathroom, I went like, let me start the clock now. I'm not really concerned of how long he wants to spend in the bathroom.
Yeah, by the way, you were halfway done eating you got your food in that time. You were halfway done eating it, and just throw out some details that are kind of important to this whole story.
Okay.
Some little indicators that might have helped you out to realize that your good friend here was just saying.
So, I'm sitting there eating my food, and literally halfway through my burger, Titus walks out, and he's got this look on his face of, like, he doesn't know how to feel. He doesn't know whether to be angry, disappointed, worried, hungry. He looks lost. And so he looks at me, he goes, you didn't think to check on me once? Not even once? And I honestly thought, no, I didn't. I thought you were good. I figured you would message me if you were not. So we kind of go on and on for a minute about that as he finally gets to start eating his cold burger. because he took way too long in the bathroom. He pulls out his camera and he's like, I want you to apologize to me on camera. Naturally, me being me, as you'll learn to know about me, I wasn't going to apologize on camera. No matter how wrong or not I may have been, it wasn't going to happen, because I knew the only thing that would make this situation better is if I made him more frustrated.
Well, you did a good job, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been good friends for a long time. Sorry to start out with our relationship and the story, this whole thing with a little bit of an ooh, and that's about as the threshold this search for awesome podcast is going to be. So please forgive me if that grossed you out. Hey there, thank you so much for watching this little clip. This is a little segment from the Search for Awesome podcast. It's a weekly show where we talk about internet and tech news. This week was a great week. We talked about Casey Neistat leaving Beam. We talked about my thoughts on the YouTube partner program changing. And we talked about Movie Pass perhaps taking over the entire movie industry. A little bit of a conspiracy piece there, but really compelling. And if you want that full experience, the entire podcast, the link is in the description. Or if you're happy with just clips, this is the channel for you to be on. The main podcast is on my main channel, which is The Search for Awesome. That's that channel. This is The Search for More. And yeah, so subscribe here if you want clips. Subscribe over there if you want the full thing. And also check out some of the reviews over there. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you around.